So my pet goldfish just died. Now I only have one more left. There were three before in the tank. Now the last remaining one is standing or swimming. Last night I saw that the white goldfish was lying sideways at the bottom of the big aquarium. It wasn't moving much. Its gills were like inflating and deflating, like it was puffing, like in agony, breathing its last breath. So I knew that the time was near. And the tank, Aram had a look at the tank and he said, I reckon it's because you didn't clean the tank the last time the other fish died. So that's why this one is croaking. And I have to sort of agree with him. Maybe because the last fish one died, the yellow one died. I only scooped the thing out and chucked it in the garden, and I didn't really clean the tank, so the water was contaminated with, I don't know, dead particles, and that might have caused some infection in this white goldfish. So maybe that's why I prematurely sent him to heaven. But anyways, after a little bit of thinking, we decided to take both goldfishes out. So the orange one, which is the one that is still alive, and the white fish, which was the one that died. And we put them in a little buckets with clean water. It's a much more intimate environment, like the two friends can see each other before one goes. I don't know, I don't think fish actually think that deep, but it feels nice, it feels nice to let them enjoy each other's company before one has to go forever. I know the orange one is grieving hard right now. He's going through it, and he might have, I don't know, I have a feeling these fishes, as soon as one died, the other will follow very quickly. I don't know why it is like that. Do fishes know how to commit suicide? I don't know, but I'm trying my best here not to think too much about it. But yeah, we decided to clean the tank, make it fresh again, and put the two fishes back into the big tank so that they can enjoy each other's company for the last time. But yeah, the white fish died before we can even do that. After we put them both in the buckets, the white fish died. And someone in the house decided to play funeral music during the white fish last moments. As if that's gonna resurrect the fish somehow. But anyway, the white fish is gone. I've chucked him in the garden. And yeah, that definitely changed something in the house. Because after the fish died, we decided to move all of the furniture. It changed the whole feng shui of the whole house, Something changed and we could feel it. Call me superstitious, whatever. That fish's death changed something within us all. And I want to segue this into my work. Now I want to share an example, but I don't want HR to be involved. So look, all of the patients' identifications have been, de-identified. So there's this instance in which there was a patient who was dying, and they were lying on an emergency trolley. Now, there's one thing that I learned during my university years is that even during a person's death, when someone's dying, the nice thing here, the ethical thing here is to try to maintain their dignity and treat them as if they're still living. I know it sounds weird, even for someone who's dying, who is actively dying, who we have ceased all treatments. The ethical thing here is to maintain their dignity, and And when I see that patient, the first thing that we did was actually putting them onto a normal bed rather than the emergency trolley. I know there's not much difference, and I know they probably can't tell the difference because they are dying, but it's just a nice thing to do, you know. It's not much difference really. An emergency trolley, it's the bedding, it's not that great. A proper bed, you got like proper bedding and stuff. So yeah, and I feel like after we moved the patient, the family felt more at ease. I don't know why, but it's just the sight of their loved one resting comfortably in a normal bed is much more comforting than, you know, seeing the loved one dying on an emergency trolley, which for the sake of convenience can be wheeled into the morgue, you know. It's a funny thing to describe, because even when we know that death is imminent, we don't like to think about it. We like to pretend that the person who's dying in front of us is still living. It's just resting, you know. But when you put them in like an emergency trolley, it seems as though, just for the sake of convenience, if this patient died, we can just wheel them into the morgue and be done with it. That's dehumanizes them in a way. And I want to link this back to the fish. You know, we could very well have left them both in the big tank in which the water was contaminated and let the thing die, let the whitefish die before chucking it out and then cleaning the tank. But I feel like it's much nicer, you know, getting them both out into a bucket with clean water. And you know, I know the orange one is grieving hard right now. He's going through it. He's probably gonna commit suicide soon, but anyways, it's just nice, you know. And it makes me think about my situation. By the way, I'm picking up my mom tomorrow from the airport. She's visiting us again. When you have elderly parents, you know, have I told you guys I'm at that funny stage of my life when they're like literally little kids looking up to me for guidance, and then also elderly people relying on me for my help. I'm at the most useful stage in my life right now. I'm at my prime to serve others. And it's a funny feeling, because I do not feel like I have any responsibility at all. You know, like, look at me. I'm not married. I don't have children. I don't have a family to care for. But then I also have all of these people that I am helping in some way. It's a funny feeling, man. But then I think about my parents, my elderly parents, and one day it's gonna be them. And we all came into this life with nothing. And when we leave this world, we also have nothing. We'll return to nothing. Everything belongs to God. You're just boring. You're just boring time. Yeah, so makes me think. You know, doing all of this, I feel like it's mainly for the living rather than the dead, you know. The maintaining the dignity, the respect, the care, you know, getting rid of all these secretions when a person is actively dying and they have this agonal breathing, and getting rid of all the fluids building up. It's mainly for the patient's family, you know. They see their loved ones choking when they are actually actively dying. By getting rid of the secretions, it makes them feel more comfortable seeing their loved ones like that, even though they know that their loved one is actively dying. Same thing, leaving them on a comfortable, normal wood bed is less distressing than leaving a person like on an emergency trolley, which is ready to be transferred anywhere, you know. When you have a big bed, it feels more permanent. It feels like they're just resting on the bed, about to be tucked to sleep and to go to sleep forever. But whereas if you leave them on like an emergency trolley, it feels like, hey, they are dying anyway, might as well just leave them there, so that when they die we can just wheel them into the morgue or whatever, you know. Stuff to think about. But anyways, this video is shocking. I don't know what I'm talking about. I hope you guys are doing well. Stay strong. God bless. I'm gonna be grinding again tomorrow. Just out here walking my dog Bailey after work. Yeah. You came into this world with nothing, and you will return to nothing when you die. So make sure to make as much money as possible, fuck as many bitches as possible, and own as many properties as possible, because you want to be the biggest, baddest landlord to ever live.